Greetings and welcome to New Dawn presentation 21. You may be wondering why I'm showing a picture of a saucer. It is purely first thing to hand. It was circular that I could use to illustrate a point here, and that is with a circle it's 360 degrees to come back to where you first started from, or shall we say 12 o'clock round to 12 o'clock to make that complete circle. And it's regular intervals, and you'll always come back to that same point. But something that can be proven and shown, which I think gives a very good illustration of the fluidity of time itself. And this is backed up by a comment I received in reply to a comment I had made on one of Quantum of Conscience channel's videos. And it talks, and I'd forgotten about this, how in the book of Enoch, the angels say to Enoch that the sun is variable. And sure enough, when you look at the analemma, for those of you that don't know what this is, it's basically you take a picture of the sky at the same point every day over a whole year, and what you actually see with the sun and the moon is this, what they call this analemma, this 8. Now the first thing you'll notice about this is the uneven loops, which I would say is partly caused by the lens, the concave and the convex lenses of this ether dome above us. But what is also interesting is, as well as this uneven split, so the cross is further up. If everything that makes a complete circle has to come back to the starting point, then why have we got this shape? Why is the sun here and then it varies, and you find it over here at its widest point? Surely it should all be in one straight line, which clearly it is not. So that suggests maybe with digital clocks, like on mobile phones and things, that could be manipulated, but that would not explain mechanical clocks. How would they build in such a variable like that to still convey 24 hours, but slowing up or speeding up so it would replicate this exact positioning of the sun, which it does not. So I thought that was just an interesting observation. This video is really a bit of a sidebar about this reality, because it gets to the point I've found that you can step away from it, and this is all just armchair distraction really, but an interesting one all the same. But I think this illustrates how there is a fluidity and a variance in time for this effect to actually happen. Just something to keep in mind. Another thing I thought of came from something I read in the last couple of days about the term pharaoh is derived from Greek and would have been unknown in Egypt. They would have just been known as rulers. So from a geographical perspective of Greece, well, you've got a pharaoh in Egypt, the Egyptian rulers, and then what about at Rome? Nero. Just a thought there with a bit of etymology. As there'll be more as and when. There's a few other things I could say, but I want to keep this video short because they are separate sort of topics in a way, although of course it all does link in again at the end of it. But yeah, very interesting, this analemma. Also the etymology of that, it's anal emma. Hello, what's happened there? Ah, I see. The screensaver kicked in. I thought the battery had gone there, or something weird had happened. Yes, anal emma is the way it is sort of literally spelt, and I can't help but sort of the crude thought of, you got two holes, one bigger than the other, but make of that what you will. But remember that this language of English, of English, is all phony Phoenician phonetics. It is not a true language, but it still decodes things and gives big clues that are worth looking at. So I'll leave those thoughts sort of random disjointed thoughts a little bit there, but I'll leave them with you. And what have we got down here, just out of interest? Some sort of mud fossil. For those of you that don't know, I forget the name of the place now. There are caves in the United Kingdom where you can go and hang up objects, and the minerals in the flowing water will turn them into rock in a matter of months. So there is proof that petrification does not take millions and millions of years, but it is a very quick process, and it's also demonstrated by that Texan boot with a complete foot and part of the leg has all been turned to stone within that boot, and the boot was manufactured in 1934 in Texas and has been proven. So that, I think, will completely dispel the whole millions and millions of years evolution nonsense, because we can see this with our own eyes and something we can experience if we go to this place. I think is in Yorkshire. I'm sorry I cannot remember the name of it. Hopefully Rudy, if you listen to this video, if you can put that in the comments for people to follow up on, that would be absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I will say ta-ta for now.